September 19th, 2022 marks the 25th anniversary of the death of Rich Mullins. I was only a few months old at the time that Rich died, and so I didn't get to experience his life, his ministry, or his music during his actual lifetime, but I did come across his stuff a few years back, and I like a lot of what he has to say, especially in his songs. And a lot of the different Christian artists that I gravitate towards nowadays also attest to being really impacted by this guy. And so what I wanted to do over the course of the next 7 days leading up to the anniversary of his death is I wanted to spend some time breaking down 7 different Rich Mullins songs. We're not going to go lyric by lyric or anything like that, but what we're going to do is this. I'm going to play a cover of a Rich Mullins song, not because I in any way think that I'm better than Rich, because I could never be that, but simply because if I played one of his versions of the songs, I'd have to deal with copyright stuff, and I don't want to deal with that, and so y'all are going to have to be stuck listening to my voice, and it's not going to be a polished version of this song. I am simply playing this at the piano in my living room, recording it into my phone. It's not polished at all, but in a way, I think that's kind of what Rich would have liked. And so we're going to play a cover of the song, and then after that, I'm going to give my brief thoughts on why I like this song in particular, and maybe share some particular lyrics that really stick out to me, and that's going to be it. Without further ado, here is 25 Years Without Rich.
When he rolls up his sleeves, he ain't just putting on the Ritz. Our God is an awesome God. There's thunder in his footsteps and lightning in his fists. Our God is an awesome God. Well, the Lord wasn't joking when he kicked him out of Eden. It wasn't for no reason that he shed his blood. His return is very close, and so you'd better be believing that our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. When the sky was starless in the void of the night, our God is an awesome God. He spoke into the darkness and created the light. Our God is an awesome God. Judgment and wrath he poured out on Sodom. Mercy and grace he gave us at the cross. I hope that we have not too quickly forgotten that our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. With wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. With wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God.
Okay, so I don't really think I need to explain why I chose to put this one on the list, much less why I chose to put this as the last one on the list. That's because this is Rich's most famous song, without a doubt. Hands down, this is the song that he is most well known for, except most people probably don't even realize it's his song. I think a lot of times people just think this is just a general song sung by Christians, but no, this is a Rich Mullins song. I don't think it's necessarily his best song, and I don't think that he thought it was his best song, but it still is a really, really good song. It is such a fun song to sing. You'll notice that I actually had some of my other Bible study people singing in there with me, and that's because I just love getting people together and singing this song with one another. The thing that I think that kind of hurts this song in the general public is that most people don't realize that there are actually verses to this song. Most people think that it's just the chorus. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns in heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. That in and of itself is amazing, and I love repeating that over and over again because kind of like with Sometimes by Step, I think that this chorus is something that earns being repeated. The more you repeat it, the more you ideally believe it, and you realize our God is an awesome God. But I think the verses to this song are what really make this thing stand out above and beyond. And so it really bums me out that most people don't even know that there are verses to this song because the verses are so rich. Like the imagery that it just evokes really sets up the idea that this is an awesome God. And whenever we're using the word awesome, we're not using it in the modern sense of the term. We're using like King James awesome, like awe-filled, terrifying, fearful, right? When he rolls up his sleeves, he ain't just putting on the Ritz. Our God is an awesome God. There's thunder in his footsteps and lightning in his fists. Our God is an awesome God. The Lord wasn't joking when he kicked him out of Eden. It wasn't for no reason that he shed his blood. His return is very close, and so you'd better be believing. Our God is an awesome God. And then it breaks into the chorus. And I love, love, love this so much. And so that's why I got everybody together to sing this, because I love singing this song with a group. I think this is a fantastic song to lead in worship. And like I said, it's not my favorite of his songs. I think a lot of the other ones are really good, but it is my favorite to jam to and to sing out to God because it's all about him, right? A lot of my issues with modern worship music is that we've made it more about ourselves and we're really worshiping ourselves more than we're worshiping God, and I think that's highly problematic. But this song is nothing but God, and it's all about him and who he is and how powerful he is and why he does the things he does and why we should tremble before him in fear and awe and reverence and love and gratitude for who he is. And so I think this is an amazing song. Originally, I was actually wanting to do Elijah as the last day, mainly because since today is the actual day, today is the day that you're seeing this video, is the 25th anniversary of Rich's death. He died on September 19th, 1997. This is September 19th, 2022. And so I originally wanted to put Elijah as this last song, mainly because I feel like that song, to me, every time I hear it, I can't help but think of Rich passing away because, in a way, that song almost feels prophetic, but you've already heard me talk about that stuff because you've already seen that video yesterday. The reason I saved this one for last is because this is the song that really is his legacy. And what better legacy to be known for than for being the person who proclaimed to the world how awesome of a God we serve. And so, yes, Elijah reminds me of Rich. But in Awesome God, Rich reminds us of God. And so I thought that would probably be the better way to end this little week of reflection, not by just reflecting on who Rich was and what it's been like 25 years without him, but rather to end this reflection by focusing on the God that Rich Mullins tried to direct our attention to. He is an awesome God who reigns in heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. That is the message that Rich Mullins taught us. That is the message that the Bible preaches, and so we should believe it. I hope that this was a fun little reflection for you. If you haven't heard Rich Mullins' music, I hope that this was maybe a good introduction to him. Go listen to it. I was also wanting to do something for Keith Green, but I realized I missed the anniversary of his death. He actually died 40 years ago back in July, and I had just totally missed that anniversary. And so, who knows, maybe I'll do a little Keith Green thing sometime as well. I really like Keith Green music. There's a lot of different artists I just kind of naturally gravitate towards. Keith Green and Rich Mullins are definitely some of my favorites, and so I really wanted to do some stuff just kind of reflecting on them and really just kind of talking about their music because I love talking about those guys' music. Thank you so much for joining me on this reflection, and let me know what other Rich Mullins music you really like. Obviously, I just picked 7 songs, but he has a whole list of amazing, amazing songs that are filled with some great lyrics, and he's got some that are really profound, that honestly, some of them just go right over my head. But I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Be sure to keep a smile on your face. Don't let anybody steal your joy, and I will see y'all next time for whatever video I am coming out with next. Bye.
You read a verse, you sing a hymn, the money's in the plate. Sundays you mark out for him, but even then you show up late. You bought the shirt, you wear the cross, but sin throughout the week. For 30 shekels and a noose, you kiss him on the cheek.